Hey. So, some of you may have seen my video last night, which it was kind of like a bonus live video and is now available for members of Eco Vegan Pal because it felt like a super vulnerable video. And I was feeling really kind of like insecure about it today because I really opened up about some things that are challenging for me and I felt very stressed out and I just wasn't in a great place last night. So if you happen to catch it, today's video will make or at least this intro to this video will make some sense. Also, in case you're wondering, I'm using my headphones and hopefully this sounds okay because I'm having some weird mic issues on my phone and I'm taking it in for a repair tomorrow. So hopefully that'll all get resolved because I didn't even realize how bad. I guess hasn't been that bad, but people have been saying that the audio has been low and all of that. So this is the temporary solution, which I didn't even think of until until last night. So what was I gonna say? Oh, I think I was just in my head wondering if the videos I shot last night for my new series on Facebook called Vegan Pal, hopefully the audio on that turned out okay. We'll find out tonight when I edit it. I'm honestly not looking forward to editing, but I am excited to have this new series. If you didn't know about it, I have a new series on Facebook. It's called Facebook Watch, and it's kind of like a cross between Netflix and YouTube, a little bit more like YouTube, in my opinion, but some people have said that it's kind of Netflix answer to Facebook's answer to Netflix. And they basically have these shows with episodes, and I'm in one of the first groups of people to create on there. And I have this new show called Vegan Pal, which I'll link to down below. And if the link isn't there, but before you look, you can just go to Facebook and search for Vegan Pal. And the concept of the show is that it's to help people go vegan and or people that are very new to veganism and kind of like help somebody who may not live in a city like Los Angeles. I really want it to be available for people all around the world, although the series definitely is a little bit more for people in the US because it features, you know, grocery stores and restaurants and products that are mainly available in the US. My hope is that maybe like in a second season or special episodes, I can do some international content. And I'm starting to think now like maybe I can partner up with a brand to sponsor that and get me to like fly out to different countries so I can do different content. We'll see. I'm, if you did see yesterday's video, it was last night and it was like at 11 p.m. and right now it's 5 p.m. I feel a lot better, although still pretty tired. And I think it's more just kind of the emotional state I can get into sometimes when I'm stressed out and overwhelmed. And I was really feeling that yesterday. I don't feel that as much today. And I think it just goes to show that our emotional states can be sometimes dependent on what's happening and sometimes not dependent. So, not much has changed in less than 24 hours in my life, but I feel so much better today. It's almost like one of my friends once described it as me catastrophizing. And ever since I had somebody reflect that to me, I realized that I do that. I do tend to get very concerned about things that I don't really need to get concerned about. I get to make a mountain out of a molehill and all those other metaphors you can throw around. And so last night I just felt like things were, I don't know, not like going the way I wanted it to. And I'll pause there to say hi to Julie, who just said hello. Thanks so much for watching live. In this moment, I feel a little tired. I woke up at 7:30 a.m., which, if you know me, is very early. And I had a great coaching call at 9 a.m. I've been doing a lot of coaching lately, business coaching. And then I had a podcast interview, which I'm super excited about. There's a new podcast coming out, and the interview went so well. It's making me want to do more podcast interviews. I've done a few just kind of as they've come to me. So every once in a while, somebody will invite me onto a podcast. And now I kind of feel like I want to pursue that more and pitch myself more to podcasts because it's something that I really enjoy, like having these conversations with people and learning how to refine my message and how I talk about everything that I do. And after that, I had a coaching call and now I'm recording this. And then I have to shoot a little bit more footage for the Vegan Pal platform. And right now I just feel tired. So after I record this video today, I'm going to go have some energizing drink, get the energy to record this video, and then relax a little bit and edit for probably many hours tonight. That all on top of some other work that I need to do. Today's Labor Day in the US and it's supposed to be a day off, but today feels just like a regular Monday to me. How about you guys? Any of you watching live? Did you take a day off today if you're in the US? It was so interesting when I was recording the podcast today. I was talking about my career and how things have been developed, and it was actually great because some of the questions prompted me to think of things in a way that I haven't really thought of before. And it was kind of like almost like an out of body experience of stepping out and examining my life through the eyes of someone else, even though I was saying it. I don't know if that makes sense, but I think it was just kind of based on the questions that I was receiving. And I was thinking about how things have happened in my life and how things have evolved and the connections. And I recognize that there are things about me that have been there since I was pretty young. And I guess I hadn't really thought about it in the way that it was brought up in this podcast today. So it just got my mind feeling appreciative, grateful for my life, and giving myself more credit too, which last night I definitely wasn't doing as much. I felt like last night I was very focused on what isn't working, what feels like it's not going great, the goals that I haven't reached, all of these things, versus saying like, hey, like look at all the wonderful things that have happened, look at what you've accomplished, look at, all the great elements of your life. The other thing that happened today, actually on my way to the podcast recording, is I have a couple like fantasy cars, and I'll pause here for a second to say hello to a few people. Julie, who is doing homework, Flower Powerist, thank you so much for tuning in, and I'm glad that you had a restful Labor Day weekend. And Nico says hello. Thank you guys for being here live. So one of my dream cars, or like I would say my top dream car right now, is this car called the BMW i8. It's this hybrid sports car. It is like one of the coolest cars I've ever seen. I have an odd fascination and draw to Lamborghinis and Ferraris, even though they're not good for the environment whatsoever. And the BMW i8 is kind of like a more eco-friendly version of those cars, like low to the ground, very sport looking. And I got to plug in my phone because hold on a second. Whoa. Sorry, guys. Where is the power cord? Oh, it's in my car. Oh, wait. There's one right here. Da-da-da. 1 second. It's hard to talk and do this at the same time. Okay. So, yeah. So, the BMW i8, now this is hard to prop up. Give me 1 more second. Okay, didn't make the charge sound, but I'm going to assume that it's charging. And if I cut out suddenly, It is because this happened to me last night. Oh my gosh, everything got all okay. I think it's good. Anyway, so the i8 is one of these cars. When I see it on the road, I get so excited, and I it brings up all these emotions of things that I want in the future. And I don't even know if I would really like that car. I've never actually sat in one, but I've seen them so much. And I was saying earlier on my coaching call today, I had some technical difficulties, and then I looked it up, and lo and behold, Mercury is in retrograde right now. And if you believe in that, it's this time where things often don't go as planned, and technology is all awry and all of that. So, trying to be very patient with technology today. Okay, so I saw it every time I see one, I feel like it's kind of like good luck or it's like a reminder because you see them pretty frequently in LA, but not every single day, depending on where you're driving. So whenever I see one, it's still like exciting to me. They're not as rare as a Lamborghini or Ferrari, but they're kind of up there because they're expensive cars. They're like over 100 grand, I think. And Julie asked what my sign is. I'm Aries. That's my sign. And I saw this car on my way to the podcast interview. And then I saw the top of the line Tesla. If you guys followed my Instagram story last week, I think it was last Tuesday when I was in Massachusetts, I rented, not by myself, but with a few people, rented a Tesla P100D for the day, which is a one of the fastest cars in the entire world. I think it's like the third fastest car on the road. And it has this incredible mode where it goes from 0 to 60 in 2.3 seconds. It's unbelievable. And we'd all wanted to try it before, so we rented this car, and it was just this like really thrilling experience. Plus, of course, it's a Tesla, it's all electric. It's just like a supercar, and it's like a car from the future. And whenever I see them in LA now, I have this deeper appreciation for this car because of having experienced and now know more information about it. It's just kind of, I have a sense of awe about this car. And when I saw it today, I thought, I really would love to get a Tesla. And actually, 3 years ago, when I rented my current electric car, my vision was that when my lease was up for this car, that I would get a Tesla because the new Tesla Model 3 came is kind of out right now, but it's not super available. And my hope was that by the time my lease was up with my Fiat, that the Tesla would be available. Well, my lease for my Fiat's up in like 3 months, and the Tesla's not fully available yet. And I didn't put down a deposit for it or anything, so it's also expensive. It is marketed as a $35,000 car, but apparently it comes out to be closer to like 50 grand when it's all said and done. And that's a lot of money for a car. I've never owned a car that expensive. And so I was just reflecting on today. It's like, I would love to have a Tesla. I think they're amazing cars. And I was just thinking about how I can make something like that happen, right? I have this belief system that if you want to, you will. And if you set goals for yourself, you can make them happen if you really want them. And I just was starting to reflect today on how much I would actually want this car. And the interesting thing is as I was having this reflective moment, I am thinking about what my strategy would be to increase my income. And this is also part of what I talked about last night, how another big goal of mine is to hire a team or at least to have an assistant to assist me with getting things done with my career and everything that I do with Eco Vegan Gal and my other projects. I really need a team, but what's gotten in my way is the financial side of hiring people and having them work for you consistently and all these other things. Well, my big point with sharing this is that as I was kind of dreaming of the Tesla and reflecting on what would need to happen in my life, I got a notification that somebody wants to coach with me and wants to sign up for a coaching package with me. And I just thought, this is amazing. Like, how interesting the timing that you know, sometimes when you think of something, the universe starts to open up doors for you. And I touched upon this in last night's video a bit, but I was a little bit more on the pessimistic side last night, and now I'm more on the optimistic side because I slept and I had a chance to reflect on everything that I was feeling. And I think today has just been this reminder that you just kind of have to be patient with your life, but also committed to doing the work that needs to happen in order to make things happen. So I guess today my perspective has shifted, and I feel like everything is will be I will have the things that I really want, and I can work towards them. I can create these goals and yeah, just make things happen, I guess. It sounds like such a simple concept, but it's an important reminder for me, and I hopefully for you guys as well, based on these times when we can feel really stressed out and these times when we feel pessimistic and it feels like nothing is working or everything's going wrong and on and on. I'm very grateful for the moments like today where not only do I feel more optimistic, but I'm able to see momentum happening and shifts happening and things paying off. So I wanted to share that with you. I'm so exhausted all of a sudden. I think I really need to, I don't know, I'm not quite at the point where I want to take a nap because my brain is so active. I'm physically exhausted. I think I definitely need to wrap up today's video. But yeah, I'm at this point where I'm like, I feel a bit like a zombie, but in a good way. Last night I felt like a zombie and not in a good way. So, anyways, yeah, just checking in with you guys. Grateful for you. Thank you so much for tuning in. I would love your feedback on the new Facebook Watch show. So, again, if you go to Facebook.com, I think it's facebook.com/eco-vegan-pal. So instead of eco-vegan gal with a G, it's eco-vegan pal with a P. And if you have trouble finding it, just use the search bar and type in vegan pal. And tomorrow, the new episode should be out. I'm not going to tell you what it is. I really wanted to document on Instagram yesterday what I was doing, but I figured it'd be kind of fun to leave it as a surprise because tomorrow's video is a little out of character for me. I'm still myself in the video, but I'm doing something that I wouldn't normally do. And it was just an interesting experience, but I did it for the viewer. So I'm very curious what the feedback is going to be. So far, with the first episode, people seem to enjoy it, but I'm a little nervous about tomorrow because it's slightly controversial. And I think being controversial is actually good sometimes for content, but it makes me nervous because I have lots of fears of rejection or people criticizing me, which is something I talked about in yesterday's video too. So it comes down to having a lot of courage and belief in yourself and taking a leap of faith and trusting that things will work out. I guess that's today's message is we don't know what the future holds. And for me, I don't have I was going to say I don't have a ton of consistency, but maybe I do. You know what I was thinking of doing today is creating a daily exercise again of starting the morning off, writing down what I'm grateful for, what I'm looking forward to in the day, and then ending the day saying the best things that happened and really just summarizing things each day. Because I recognize that a lot of great things happen, but sometimes if they're small, you take them for granted, And sometimes I think I overlook or good things can be like this very temporary fulfillment, this temporary happiness. And then the negative things that happen in our lives can feel so intense and they hang over you like a dark cloud for a while. Whereas for some reason, at least in my experience, there's a ton of great things that happen to me every day. But if they're small, I kind of just, take them for granted. and they don't like accumulate in the same way. So I think that if I get back into the practice of writing down what I'm grateful for and all of that, maybe I'll be more aware and more grateful in general. Gosh, I'm exhausted. It's really frustrating because I need to go record this video before the light goes down in like an hour or so. Oh, wish me luck. Thanks again, everyone. I will see you very soon, or at least next Monday. Next Monday, I'm going to be on the East Coast again, which I am looking forward to. I can't believe I'm traveling again, though. This trip should be fun because I'm going to the East Coast with Jason, and it's just nice to travel with somebody. But yeah, God, is it really next week? How the heck is this even possible? I can't believe today is the 5th. What the heck? Well, if any of you guys are on the East Coast, I'm definitely doing a meetup in Baltimore, which I guess is next. Oh, Vi, you'll be on the East Coast at the same time I am. I will be in Baltimore on the 16th, but I will be back in Massachusetts on the 17th. Crazy. Your first time in Boston. Have a great time. It's a very nice time of year. Weather's nice. It's a little chilly. And I love Boston. It's a phenomenal, phenomenal city. So if you need any recommendations, send me an email. There are some nice organic places. If you'd like, go check out livingmaxwell.com. That's my friend Max, who specializes in organic living, and he goes to Boston a lot. So I don't know if he has like a Boston tag on his website or section on there, but he has reviewed some places that are all organic. I am faithful to the Red Sox and the Patriots, but I'm not a big sports fan. This year, my mission is to start watching Patriots games because there's a few people in my life that are big Patriots fans, and I feel like a little like lost when it comes to football. So, I was thinking this last year this year during the Super Bowl. I wish it'd be nice to know what's going on. So, I have a lot of appreciation for them. And my mom is like a massive Patriots fan, obsessed with Tom Brady. So, and she's in love with Boston. She's like the classic Massachusetts woman in a lot of ways, except she doesn't have the Boston accent. Anyways, I'm going to get going, you guys, and rest and gain some energy so I can get everything that I need to do today done. Thanks so much for tuning in as always. I'll see you next Monday. I don't know where I will be, but I will almost definitely be with Jason and maybe in a different city. Well, definitely in a different city. I just don't know if I'll be in Massachusetts. I might be in New York, might be in Philadelphia. Who knows? So, wish me luck with all that and everything else I need to accomplish. And I look forward to hearing from you guys. Bye.